Hi everyone, today's reading is going to be, do they want to have sex with you? You've got three piles if you want to pick pile number 1 with the pink bauble, pile number 2 with the blue, or pile number 3 with the purple. Okay, if you're ready we'll get going. To pile number 1, do they want to have sex with you? I did start this one off yesterday and just did yes or no answers and it felt really mean, so I didn't do it, and so I'm doing it again today. So do they want to have sex with you? Let's have a look. Okay, my thoughts here are that you are with somebody else, or they're with somebody else, and they don't feel that you are available to have sex with, and as they would see this as wrong or unjust. So there might be more than 2 people in this relationship, or a relationship that may not have started, and they feel as if there is some slight hope, but not a lot of hope, and they feel that if it went ahead, that it would be unjust. Okay, my next question is going to be, how do they see you? Okay, they see you as somebody larger than life. They see you as somebody that they could move forward with. They see you as exciting, very talented in some, I don't know what areas, but they see you very talented, the type of person that can put their hand to everything and make it look good. Very attractive, very popular, somebody who a lot of people are drawn to, but they also feel as if they can't trust you in some way, as if you are in a relationship, that they probably pick up the fact that you could possibly, well, that you like them, and that you possibly would be attracted to them enough to sleep with them. Let me put a few extra cards on, and I use this one to find an answer to this. Okay, I think they feel that you could hurt them, not so much that you could cheat on them with somebody else, but they feel they might be slightly obsessed with you, or they feel that the act of having sex with you could not be painful. I don't mean like physically painful, but more the whole situation could be painful to other people involved as well, including themselves. They think that you could possibly hurt them in some way, or the situation could be quite destructive in some way. It's either the act of having sex, could be something sneaky if one of you is already in a relationship, or the fact that one of you might feel as if you've got one up on the other. I'm trying not to make everything sound like some sort of carry on from here. If you two slept together, it would leave somebody, because there's more than 2 people in this relationship, feeling wronged. But this person does have a physical relationship heavily on their mind. They see you as somebody who can make their life bigger, somebody exciting, somebody who they would like to take that choice with, to sleep with, but it's complicated. To me, it's complicated. It's almost like there's marriage or decision that could be immoral, or they may deem it as immoral. What type of person are you asking about? If they see this as so wrong, let's have a look at your person. excuse the noise outside, they're hacking at the wall. This person feels that it's ended, or feels like something, you have had some harsh words, something has happened between you that has caused some sort of ending. And they have either delved into their work, or they are let me see what this one is. It seems to me as if there has been some sort of communication, some words, email, text that makes them think it's over with. They are still thinking about you. There's something slightly underhand gone on here. Let's find out a little bit more about this work card here, this finances. Okay, this is what I'm picking up from this pile. The question was, does this person want to have sex with you? Yes, they do, because they find you very attractive. But I'm picking up here that there's some sort of situation between you that to have sex would be wrong. You might, and this person may have already ended the situation for this reason, the fact that it doesn't really fit in to how they live their life. There could be children involved, and they are working on trying to free themselves away from the thought of you. So they feel that if they did go forward with you, it would be wrong for other people involved. But they feel sort of like an anxiety, an obsession, and bound to you. And I don't know if there's other people involved or even other children. As in, like a family sort of thing. Right, where is this relationship heading? Don't worry, I just tip the whole pile's upside down. Okay, if your person has a lot of fire inside them, as in they are quite assertive, they are quite outgoing, they are quite adventurous, especially if they've got like a red or blondish sort of tinge to their hair, or they might be above the age of 30. This person in their mind has walked away from you or has ended it. So the relationship at the moment, as you're asking this question, yes, this person wants to sleep with you. Yes, this person finds you extremely attractive, but there's something not quite right with this relationship, and they've decided to pull out at this moment because they find that there might be too many people in it. Okay, advice for you. I'm going to use these baby cards here. Advice for you on this situation. Okay, you need to realise that this person finds you extremely attractive, and that you need to use a logical, clear approach or non-approach to this. So have a look without emotions at what you have with this person, where you're coming from, what you can both can offer each other. Don't do it because he or she makes you feel good. Do it because the situation is right for your life and you can move forward with it without hurting him or her or yourself. So you basically need to take a clear sort of look at what you're trying to get from this situation. And it's not, don't use it just for your ego, because this person finds you attractive and you might be playing with fire. Right, okay, pile number 1. I hope that helps. Or maybe not. Okay, thank you, pile number 1. If you like it, can you subscribe and like it so that I know that you like it, and we'll do some more of that. Right, pile number 2. Okay, pile number 2. Does the person that you have in mind want to have sex with you? Yeah, right, okay. I'm going to have to tell you that at the moment, these cards are telling me that they are either working towards a relationship or offering you something, but they are doing it in a very practical way. These immediately are not sex cards. These are more the cards of somebody who is steadily, if they're interested in you, they're going to do it in a way that they're going to offer you practical things. If the person that you've got your eye on is a An earth sign like Virgo, or something very heavy in their charts like Virgo, Capricorn or Taurus, that is the way that they will approach you anyway. They won't be hubba sexy as a fire sign would. They would want to, I'm going to say something rude then, they would want to get close to you by giving you practical things first. Right, let's ask the question, is this person interested in you? Because these are all sort of work cards, or somebody that works really sort of steadily towards you. So these cards are really like generosity, starting something new, working slowly to get to work on something or get closer to someone. So let's have a look to see what this person's feelings for you. Okay, this person has, for some reason, has frozen their feelings for you. They've cut off, or they are quite happy at this very moment, fantasizing about you, thinking about you, and watching you from a distance. They might be watching your social media and just basically doing a lot of thinking, but for some reason they've emotionally blocked off. They might be prepared to work with you if you work together, and they're quite happy with that. But at the moment, they're not going to give you anything because they want to keep it in their head for some reason. Why is this person happy, waiting and watching and not moving forward with you? Okay. My first thoughts looking at this is this person has just finished a relationship. There's two thoughts here. They have just finished a relationship and they are trying to pull themselves together after some sort of relationship that they don't want to move on quite yet. They want to move slowly towards you. Actually, that's two thoughts together. They see you as attractive. They see you as an ideal potential partner, but they're not ready for it. It's as if they need to either, see with these cards here at the top, because you've got all these slow moving cards, this person does not want to be rushed. This person here is not ready for a relationship. They're just quite happy with the way it is at the moment because they want to move towards you slowly. It's a very, very slow pile. But I do feel if they haven't just finished a relationship and decided that that's what they want to do at the moment, to just basically regather themselves, especially if there was something wrong in the past relationship, I would say that they see you as the ideal partner, but they are not fast moving. If you can find out your person's chart, if there's a lot of earth in there, even air, or a heavy Neptune contacts too, somebody who likes to think but not do a lot. If your person's fiery, they may not be interested. That sounds really harsh, sorry, but if they are earthy, it's just the way that they are. They just don't move fast. Okay, let's have one last one. Your person's intentions towards you. Let's have a look. Your person's intentions towards you. Yeah, this person is stubborn. They are anxious and they enjoy living in their head. They might be creating multiple fantasies inside their head. Well, yes, they are having sex with you, but maybe possibly not in reality. In their head, they've had sex with you thousands of times because they are just, there's almost like a fear there, a fear to move forward too fast. They just like to think about it. There's lots of fantasizing. You're the ideal. If you look at these cards here in the middle, you've got that's like creativity, thinking, almost like turbulent emotions in some way. You've got the Lovers, really, really strong card, and you've got Seven of Cups. Sorry, my Italian is non-existent. The Seven of Cups here, which is fantasizing. So to sum this part up, pile number 2. Your person probably thinks you are extremely attractive and ideal partner, but they are lost in themselves. I don't know what the reason is. If they have just come out of a relationship, that will be the reason, or they are just so much pentacle energy here. They are just this. They are just slow moving. The back end of a horse. If they're really stubborn, they're probably just happy fantasizing about you at the moment. So yeah, they might want to have sex with you, but you might not know that. Okay, thank you, pile number 2. Hope that helps. If it does resonate at all, hit the subscribe button and like it if you do, so that I know. Well, I'm not going totally batty. Right, pile number 3. Does your person want to have sex with you? No. This is moving past the window. She's listening. Okay. Oh my gosh, what have you done to each other? Oh my gosh. This person does not at this very moment, because something has happened between you two that has extremely hurt their feelings. They feel that it's ended. They are up, sobbing, crying. You have broken their heart, or they have broken yours. I think it's the former. What has happened between you two? What has happened between you two to make this person feel flaccid? Okay, yeah. Somebody has moved away from the situation, has pulled out completely out of the situation. They are being quite cold, they are being quite cut off. If you are communicating, the communication is probably quite harsh, and there's lots of basically pulling back and watching, waiting, and almost like communication. If there is communication between you, it's not extremely loving. It's probably straight to the point and a little bit hurtful. Where can you? What's going to happen next? Where can you both go from here? Where can you both go from here? Okay, my first thoughts looking at these, if you want to move forward, you are going to have to deal with the emotions. You're going to have to, there's no talking cards or communicating cards here, but in the way that you're going to have to deal with them, the only thing I can pick up from this is you're going to have to work together on them. And I don't actually mean what the work means, because my first thought was if there's a problem in the relationship, you need to talk. But this doesn't actually suggest talking. It suggests working towards it. I don't actually know what that means. There's like a lot of feelings that they're almost a bit sort of hazy. They're not quite clear. Things may not have been discussed. It seems to me like one of those arguments that start off as a bit of nothing and end up escalating, and the only way that you're going to have to backtrack is going to actually physically move towards each other and offer some sort of truce. And do something physical together, not so much just sitting talking, just do something, get outside and just see how it moves from there. Let me just see. Okay, the woman in this situation seems to be the one that's hurt and the one that's holding on to the emotions. So this is the person, if you're the woman and you're having this reading and you're wondering whether this person wants to have sex with you and actually they're just at home crying, you're going to be the one that's going to have to try and get over your hurt and move towards them if you still want to be with them. What's the likely outcome of this relationship in the next 6 months? Okay, there might be some communication, and what the type of communication you could possibly expect would be a lot of tears. The female in the relationship, obviously, as you can see from the card here, might be quite cool, might be quite cut off, but emotionally it's going to feel quite sort of, I can't think of the right word. I don't mean down, but hollowed out. I can't think of the correct word there. Well, the male in the relationship might be almost a little bit stern, a little bit cut off. So yeah, there is a chance to communicate, there is a chance to work on this, but it's almost as if it's the female in the relationship or the female energy in the relationship that has to do the hard work. And it could be quite painful, there will be tears, and the male has basically hardened up a little bit, the male energy, where it's going to be difficult to move forward. So, sorry, pan number 3, but to be honest, does this person want to have sex with you? No, not at the moment, because something has really upset them. It seems to me as this relationship has hit a bit of a rocky patch. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it there. If you want this relationship, you can work towards it, but you need to do that in some sort of practical way, not just words. Whatever's happened between you is making me think, if you're the female asking for this, that if this, I don't know, because up here you're asking about whether the person wants to have sex with you, and it just, they're just crying. But it's almost as if you're female, it's almost as if you come up with the emotions that are all over the place. Anyway, okay, that is the answer to your question. It seems quite a convoluted pile, that one. So it would be interesting to know whether something has happened between you. So if it resonates, can you hit the like button so that I know, and it makes it all makes a bit more sense to me. Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope that helps, and have a good evening.